The WIS Barn Dance is on the air!
Saturday night, 12 o'clock, Barn Dance here. If you like a fine show, give a round of cheer. Barn Dance happy with airplanes playing. Know somebody like to hear to make the rest of the
Howdy, neighbors. How's everybody everywhere? It's 12 o'clock on Saturday, and you know this gang's back on the air. You can't help but know it. All of them on hand, too, and just raring to go with a lot of the old-time favorites that you're waiting for. There's all the hillbillies, Uncle Deb Dyer and his group right here in the studio with us. Snuffy, stand back now and don't mess things up here with your banjo. There's little Jeanette and her pop Shorty, our Carolina balladeer Ira Dimrey, and her barn dance sweetheart, Miss Evelyn. All on the air again for the Columbia Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the folks that see to it that you have as many Coca-Colas at your house as you can possibly get these days. We're going to have a lot of fun. Join right in here with us, and as the young'uns go along singing these numbers that you know, just feel free to be one of us. Yes, sirree. To start things off, boys, let's really raise the roof. It's here with that old Alabama Jubilee.
Old Parson Brown running around like a clown. Old Aunt Jemima past 83, shouting I'm full of pep. Watch yourself, watch yourself. One-legged Joe dancing around on his toe. Threw away his crutches to holler, let her go. Well, it's hell, hell, the gang's all here for the Alabama Jubilee.
Fine going, folks. That's hill music, believe me, played the right way. Well, Mom, I know you're busy with dinner about now. It's a great idea for cowboys to be home on the range, but it's not much fun for you, is it? Especially in hot weather. And here's a suggestion that'll help you and delight the family. 1 or 2 days a week, serve the family an icebox lunch or a supper of appropriate cold cuts and salads with frosty bottles of Coca-Cola on the side. A meal like that can be prepared in the cool of the morning. Just leave it right there in the refrigerator until you're ready for it. And don't forget to put the Coca-Cola in the icebox at the same time. That way, you get that delicious touch which makes any meal a real treat. Ask for and serve ice-cold bottles of Coca-Cola. Our Carolina balladeer now, answering a lot of requests with this song today at Mail Call Today.
Mail call today, dear, your last letter came. I just stood there smiling till they called my name. As I read it over, the skies turned to gray, and here in my eyes, love, that mail call today. I can't understand, love, what's happened to you. The day that I sailed, love, you said you'd be true. But now it's all over. What more can I say? My poor heart was broken at mail call today. I slept in the foxhole amid shot and shell. I'm telling you, darling, it's worse than all hell. I I thought you would wait, love, while I was away. But my castle tumbled, had mail call today. I hope you'll be happy with somebody new. But always remember, my heart beats for you. Good luck and God bless you wherever you go. The world for me ended, had mail call today.
That was mighty nice singing, Ira Dimrey, and thank you just a lot. We want to make a few dedications here on our broadcast today. Number for Private DJ Jones. Johnny Criscolola of the Columbia Army Air Base is having a birthday. Mrs. B.M. Mills wants a number for her mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. E.C. Craven. And Winston Bishop and James Naylor to have a tune. Bernice Lovell wants a number for her brother in service, Yvonne Seitler. Corporal Grover Douglas. Mrs. Earl Morris wants a number for her son in service. And a number for Private First Class and Mrs. John Casaya. Now, that's just a few of the requests that we had for this broadcast today, neighbors. Wish we had time to get around to all of them. Keep listening, though. We'll be reading your name and making your dedications and doing those songs that you like. Here's one I think you'll enjoy. It's Curly and the Kid from the Ozarks stepping to the microphone with Bluebonnet Lane.
In my lonely heart there lingers a dream that haunts me again, of a girl with eyes like the flowers that grew down in Bluebonnet Lane. I can see a pale moon rising above a blue misty plain, and I walk with my blue-eyed darling in my memory once again. Oh, those sweet, happy hours, in my heart they will always remain, like the sweet fragrance of the flowers that grew down in Bluebonnet Lane. In my lonely heart there lingers a dream that haunts me again, of a girl with eyes like the flowers that grew down in Bluebonnet Lane. I can see a pale moon rising above a blue misty plain, and I walk with my blue-eyed darling in my memory once again. Oh, those sweet, happy hours, in my heart they will always remain, like the sweet fragrance of the flowers that grew down in Bluebonnet Lane.
Bound to like that kind of singing. Much obliged to you fellas. We got a boy here in the studio today that's just been hopping around here like a one-legged crow, having more fun than anybody. Tell you what, he's just a fellow that don't care about much of anything. And I'm talking about Uncle Deb Dyer. Come over here, young feller. I wanted to talk to you just a minute. I'm worried about you, Uncle Deb.
You worry about me? Don't worry about me. I'll take care of myself.
Well, you was getting along pretty good yesterday. I'll have to grant you that. I just noticed you running across the street there yesterday as hard as you could tear. Cars are dodging you, and I just was feared for your life there for a little while, but you got across the street. You remember I hollered at you there. Where in the world was you going?
I know it, Byron. I was in a hurry. I was in a big hurry, too.
You must have
Yes,
been.
sir. I'm telling you, you know my mother-in-law? My mother-in-law ate 83 green apples.
83 green apples?
83 green apples.
No wonder you was in a hurry, boy. You was going for a doctor, huh?
I was going after more green apples.
Oh, so there, for heaven's sake.
You know I shouldn't talk about my mother-in-law that way.
Well, that's the truth. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
She's a good old soul. You know, she came to this country in a covered wagon.
Came in a covered wagon.
Yeah, if you'd see her face, you'd know why, too.
You're heading for trouble now.
Well, I don't know. She gives me lots of trouble. She lives with us, you know.
Well, I know that must be troublesome with
Well,
that.
I know there's only one thing. She just makes me nervous sometimes.
Makes you nervous?
Yeah, she's got gallstones, Byron.
Now, wait a minute, Uncle Deb. How could your mother-in-law having gallstones make you nervous?
Well, I tell you, Byron, every time she rocks in a rocking chair, it sounds just like a crap game's going on. I'll tell you the truth.
Uncle Deb, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Say, I was just noticing a new face around your house over there. Who is that pretty girl staying with you?
Oh, that's my sister Melissa's girl. That's her daughter.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yes, I'm telling you, that's the craziest woman you ever seen in your life.
What makes you say that, Uncle Deb?
Oh, I'm telling you, she knows the least about more things than anyone you ever heard of. But that's the truth. I was going down to the barn the other day.
Uh-huh.
She said to me, she says, where are you going? I said, I'm going down to the barn. She says, can I come too? And I said, honey, you'll never come too. She might have came down and where that, so she got down there, and I was milking an old cow, and she said, what is that? And I said, well, that's a cow. So she looked over in another pen over there. She looked over another pen. She said, what is that, little cowlets? And I said, no, that's little bullets.
Uncle Deb, now be ashamed of yourself. Say, Uncle Deb, I noticed you brought all the barn dance gang up here, barnyard gang, I should say. I so used to talking about the barn dance gang. I got a little mixed up there. I noticed they're all here, and I just feel sure that these kids have got something special up their sleeves in the way of a song. Suppose you tell us what it's all about.
Well, you know, Ma, I'd like to introduce to all the neighbors down here the Queens of Harmony. They're a new outfit we got with us here now, and they're featuring the voice of Dolores Adele and a special arrangement here of the Navajo Trail.
Every day along about evening, when the sunlight begins to fade, I rise in the slumbering shadows along the Navajo Trail. When it's night and crickets are calling and coyotes are making a way, I dream of the smoldering fire along the Navajo Trail. I love to lie and listen to the music. The winds are blowing a sagebrush and flowers. When over yonder hill the moon is shining, it always finds me wishing on a star. Well, what do you know? It's morning already. There's the dawn and the silver and pale. It's time to climb into my shadow and ride the Navajo Trail. I love to lie and listen to the music when the wind is drumming a sagebrush and stars. When over yonder hill the moon is shining, it always finds me wishing on a star. Well, what do you know? It's morning already. There's the dawn and the silver and pale. It's time to climb into my shadow and ride the Navajo
Say, I've done too much talking now. We got to have our barn dance sweetheart for a special song. Miss Evelyn, suppose you step right up here front and center, and let's go down Houston way.
I told the day there's someone mighty sweet, someone I long to greet down Houston way. My skies are gray, 'cause I'm too far apart from one who has my heart down Houston way.
Americans around the world never seem to lose their homegrown talent for making friends. For evidence of that, here's what one young Army lieutenant writes from overseas, who played ping pong, had Coca-Cola, and then sang songs with the chaplain and the AST group around a little portable organ. Well, with men in uniform, as with us at home, nothing breaks the ice among strangers quicker than a few songs, a game or two, and a friendly round of Coke. Whether it's at the family fireside or in far-off lands, Coca-Cola is a symbol of friendly understanding and good comradeship. As for bottled Coke, frosty and delicious, Coca-Cola is the real thing. Just knocking the strings off that mandolin and everybody else trying to stay in behind him. Curly, you've been helping everybody out with the music and not doing much singing. Suppose you come up here with a song today. Another one of those Western tunes, Home in San Antonio.
I still have my home in San Antonio. When I greet my neighbor with a how you are, I'm wealthy as the king upon a throne. You can have your mansion or a cottage home. I'll just take my home in San Antonio. Travel over the country on my merry way. Been in crowds and felt I was alone. But when I feel like bragging, I just up and say, I'm a native son of San Antonio. That sweet somebody beside Alamo, someday she's gonna be my very own. Then we'll get a high chair in a year or so for our little home in San Antonio.
Well, now there's another young fella here in the studio that should be featured up here on this program today, and I'm going to ask Uncle Deb Dyer if he won't let me have him right now. Is it all right, Uncle Deb?
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay with me.
Well, I tell you, this boy's got one of the nicest voices that I've heard in a long while when it comes to doing sweet numbers, Mickey Cotley. And he's going to do one of Uncle Deb's own numbers that's a fine tune to my way of thinking, A Rendezvous with a Rose.
Got a rendezvous with a rose. She's a rose from my garden, and my star shines so bright. We'll still on together with the moon for our light, and then I'll hold her close in my arms and whisper, dear, that we never part. So I can't hardly wait. The clock strikes 8 when I've got a rendezvous with Evelyn. I've got a rendezvous with I've got a rendezvous with a rose. She's a rose from life's garden, and my star shines so bright. We'll stroll on together with a moon for our light, and then I'll hold her close in my arms and whisper, dear, that we never part. So I can hardly wait. The clock strikes 8 when I've got a rendezvous.
I like that song, and certainly, Mickey Cotley, we say thanks a lot for singing it for us today. You know, I think one sweet number always should follow another, and especially a hymn. I want to do our hymn today for all those many friends having birthdays and anniversaries, those with loved ones here at home and away from home, the ones that you're praying for overseas. It's our trio singing, It Won't Be Long.
I'm going to a better country, land of bliss, a land of bliss, beyond the fair. It won't be long, oh hallelujah, hallelujah, till I shall anchor over there. It won't be long, till I shall join the ransom in heaven above. It won't be long, it won't be long. In that fair land, my home eternal, my friends and love, wait for me, someday I shall, rejoice, and with them there, forever be. It won't be long, till I shall join the ransom in heaven above. Oh, praise the Lord, it won't be long, I want my friends to all go with me, and sing with me, that glad you come, that glorious day, for me, of this I'm sure, it won't be long, it won't be long, till I shall join the ransom in heaven above. Oh, praise the Lord, it won't be long,
Beautiful hymns, friends. You just can't beat them the way these boys sing them, and I'm certain that all of our barn dance neighbors enjoyed that one today. Well, my, that clock's just sneaking up on us as fast as it can. We got to have one more go-round here, though, Pappy, before we leave. Suppose you come up here with the fiddle and all you boys gather around now. Let's have a big ball in Brooklyn.
Big ball in Brooklyn, big dancing town. Big ball in Brooklyn, big dancing town. Here comes the railroad sleeping on the ground. He calls the crackers and the sound. Big ball in Brooklyn, big dancing town. Big ball in Brooklyn, big dancing town.
right, that sounded swell. You know, neighbors, long about sundown, be sure to remember to sprinkle your victory garden and your flower bed if you have one. You know the good earth appreciates refreshment now and then. And incidentally, when you've finished, why not stop yourself for the welcome pause that refreshes with ice-cold Coca-Cola. You'll find Coca a great treat, all frosty and delicious right off the ice. So don't forget to ask for Coca-Cola in bottles. Look for that bright red cooler just around the corner from anywhere. And make your pause the pause that refreshes with ice-cold bottles of Coca-Cola. It's the real thing.
Remember, next week will all be back. So be right in your places, so be right in your places, so be right in your places, one time again.
You know, I hate like everything to leave today. We had a lot more things to do, but we'll just have to come back next Saturday. I want you to be right there at your radio neighbors at 12 o'clock, because at noontime on Saturday, it's always a session with the Barn Dance Crew, sent to you by the Columbia Coca-Cola Bottling Company. And I'd like to invite you to come down and be with us in the studio. You're mighty welcome. Got a lot of room down here, and we'd just be tickled to have you as a part of our get-together. Make it next week if you can now. Want to remind all you folks around Turbyville, South Carolina, we're heading your way tonight with all the Barn Dance Crew. It's a great big get-together over there, and we're looking for all of you out. Well, that just does it. Just want to say thanks to all these young'uns for doing these songs and numbers so well today, and we'll see you next week. Speaking for them all, this is Byron Parker, your old hired hand, saying go to church tomorrow, all of you that can. Have a pleasant weekend, and goodbye, good health, and God bless you, everyone.
WIS, Columbia, South Carolina. A transcription.